My people, the voice of the streets talked about the fate of the indigenous people of Biafra leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, come 20th of November 2025. Give this video a like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's watch what the voice of the streets talked about the fate of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come the 20th of November 2025.
On the 20th of November 2025, I remember my humble self, one and the only Biafran evangelist, Benjamin Johnson Nachi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from, depending on your time zone. Listen, on the 20th of November 2025, the case and the fate of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is nothing different from the usual game. Omotosho is going to run away. Omotosho, either he withdraw from the case, he rescue himself, or he free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or better still, he postponed it. He will push it out. There's nothing, no drama there, because you cannot use a law that does not exist to try or to judge somebody. Because I believe, according to the Constitution of Nigeria and according to the Constitution of the whole world, that before you sentence somebody, a man, to jail, there must be a law that backs it up. You understand? And as a judge and as a lawyer, you should know this. So Omotosho should be able to understand that before you pass any judgment, there should be a law that backs your judgment. A situation you don't have a law that backs your judgment and you carry it out, that means you're a terrorist, and definitely your career and yourself will be in trouble. So Omotosho, if Omotosho should do anything contrary to the law, Omotosho will go jail.
Okay, now you said that anybody that is giving a law should have a backing.
Yes.
I remember the last sitting when Nnamdi Kanu was saying, where is the backing of the law that was issued to him? And Omotosho himself did not say anything.
He could not defend it. He could not say anything because it was not written. And let me tell you, to be frank and to be honest, it was there before. We had it in our constitution as at that time. Before the late Muhammadu Buhari in 2014, including the Mr. President Tinubu now, they plotted to unseat Goodluck Jonathan. And the only way to unseat Goodluck Jonathan was to come up with this ideology of terrorist aspect of it. And that was what makes them to go and meet Mazi Allah to give them 2,000 all these Fulanis, which at the end of the day, the Mazi Allah brought 4,000. I'm telling you, 2014. And these 4,000 people that came for this terrorism act, they hang between Niger and Chad. You understand? Waiting for the drama, what will happen in 2015. So that they will use this set of men to do what? To destabilize the nation and the government of Jonathan. Remember, he said that he will make Jonathan government ungovernable. I'm talking about the late Muhammadu Buhari. Now, when they now discover that what they plan did not work, next thing, they now ask Mazi Allah, or you return it because they came from Mali, Senegal, Niger, and other parts of Africa. So when they were asked to leave, they said no, that you cannot bring them at the same time, just like that, and ask them to leave. So they demanded 150 billion naira. And as at Adam, El-Rufai was the governor of Kaduna State. And El-Rufai was the one that harbored them in 2015 when election was going on. They were happened in El-Rufai in Kaduna State. And I will name it Katsina Sokoto. Bonu, Ekiti State was the state that they used in doing training, in carrying out their training. Go and listen to this man, the former EFCC boss, Rebadu. This thing was the game that they played as at that time that is backfiring, which at the end of the day, Buhari, that's why you see them, they are telling you that Nigeria, they are fighting Nigeria, that they promised them and they did not fulfill it. So 150 billion, which at the end of the day, Buhari managed, Nigerian government managed to pay 100. And yet, instead of them to go, expecting them to go, and instead of them to go, they use that 100 billion to acquire more arms that is affecting the Federation today. And they now remove that law in order to favor Buhari and his men. You see, they removed it to favor so that there will be no trace, a place in the law that will go against their action when the time comes. You see why they remove it, not knowing that today it will turn against them. Do you understand? So as it was removed, that's why you see them doing what they are doing, Boko Haram, Iswab, and whatsoever, doing what they are doing, and nobody, even when you arrest them, they will still free them because no law to try them. No law. There is no place in Nigerian constitution, constitutional law, that goes against what they are doing. You see why nobody can lay hand on them, and nobody can lay hold on them, and that is why they are turning them into Nigerian military in the name of repented Boko Haram, Iswab, or whatever. You understand? So, and today now, the same set of people who remove this law to favor some group of people now tag another man Igbophobia because he's an Igbo man, at the same time because he's a Christian. So they decided to use the law, the repair law, the law that does not exist. They want to evoke it now. It's not going to be possible. So on the 20th, Omotosho cannot do anything. I repeat and I repeat it again. He cannot sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he doesn't have what it takes. Listen to me and listen good. Every law must be backed up by the Constitution. And any law that does not have a constitutional backup does not exist. And you must not work according to it or carry it out on any man.
Okay, now, since the law does not exist, why did Omotosho, Justice Omotosho, bring it up as the president?
Omotosho wanted to believe in and thinking that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the hero, the Iroko, the lion himself, will not know. Thinking that he will not understand that he think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is somebody that he can open eyes for. He don't know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hold the data of Nigerian constitutional law into his palm. And these are the reasons why people like Bianca Nyako and the very other judges withdraw themselves from this case because they knew that there is nothing inside Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case. And nobody, remember what Nyako said? Nyako said that somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his case will not be tried here in Nigeria, in Africa. Where they should handle Kanu case should be in ICC. International Criminal Court, the higher level, not the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is highly intelligent. You understand? Who is Omotosho Nwanya? Nwapi of Onwebanshi. They open eyes for a lion. He said you want to use which law you want to use. That's why Mazi told him on the 7th. You cannot if the UK asks you to join me, it's not going to be possible because it's not written in your law. And moreover, let us be frank to ourselves. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where was he when he committed all this crime? Was he here in Nigeria that he committed it? Or is there anywhere in the world, in the constitution of Nigeria or UK constitution or in EU or UN, whereby they say, if I commit crime here, that they should take me to another country and try me? Is there anywhere in the world? It's not written. So why are they now trying to use Nigeria to join Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed the crime which they say that he committed. Where? At where? In UK. And the Radio Biafra, who gave him the license to run Radio Biafra? Was it not the same UK? If everything was in UK, let them go and try him in UK. If the UK government know what it is to try, oh yeah, let them go and try him. They know that what he was fighting for was legal, not illegal, because freedom agitation is not a crime. It's not against the law. It's a normal thing, which many countries agitated and they have their own freedom. Why should our own or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu become a different thing? Because we are running a country that does not exist. Yes, Nigeria doesn't have meaning. Please, can you tell me the meaning of Nigeria in your own language? It doesn't have meaning to me. Nigeria doesn't exist. It has expired.
Okay, I remember that before now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying that tell me the law which you are trying me with.
Yes.
So that when you are bringing it up, I would now know that this is the law you are trying.
Charging me for, yeah.
Omotosho could not say anything. Which he now Omotosho now responded, and the next word Omotosho said was that he should come on the 20th. That is when he's going to give his final judgment. Okay. Right? Now, Nnamdi Kanu has moved ahead to file a motion ahead of telling the Supreme Court to went to Supreme Court
to file a case. He went to Supreme Court to file a case against the judgment that is coming up on the 20th, reminding Kekere to the CJN, letting her to know that according to the law, and you know the Supreme Court is the highest court in Nigeria, reminding them that you dare not use a law that does not exist or that is not written in the Constitution to try me. And you know what it means, because if the Supreme Court permits that, that means Nigeria is zero.
So, do you think that Mazi Nnamdi made a smart move, or he graduated?
It is not called smart move. It is called what you know very well. These are the procedures when it comes to law, when it comes to constitution, when you are facing some illegal trial. You see, this thing have exposed Omotosho, and it have exposed many things in Nigeria, showing that so many people that are in jail and so many people that Nigeria have killed in the name of going to court or whatsoever, they kill them as a result of them do not know their rights. Omotosho have sentenced so many people to jail, to death, and so many things have taken place as a result of him handling a case illegally. People have suffered, people have died because those ones, they don't know their rights. It was in which day I was reading the constitution of the police. I began to realize that there are so many things that Nigerian police doesn't have right to do against me as a citizen. They must not arrest me as what? They don't have right to arrest me, to search my phone, to intrude into my phone without my permission, or have issue with my girlfriend or my wife. They will come and arrest me and detain me for that. They don't have that right. See, there are so many illegalities that is going on in this country, that is going on that don't supposed to. So what the step of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a confirm, and that is how it's supposed to be, and it's a proving step that I know my rights. That's what it means. I know my rights, and I know what I am standing for, and I know what I'm doing. So don't you see what happened in the Supreme Court? All of them, everybody came outside. They were hailing him. They were hailing him. They were hailing him. Everybody welcomed him. I don't know whether you listen to this article. Article is one young guy. Article is he said he met Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the prison, DSS custody, that for 2 good months. He said the way they brainwashed him, he believed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a bad person. But he staying with him, he now discovered that this man, the way they painted him, he was not like that. That is to tell you how ridiculous Nigeria can be when it comes to Igbophobia.
So following what Mazi Akin Isa said, that Mazi Nnamdi is a good person, do you think that from the court, what the trial have been given to Mazi, is it to paint him a bad person?
Yes.
To paint him that this right he is fighting for, as an Igbo, the IPOB leader himself, he is not supposed to fight for it.
It shows that Nigeria has been turning things upside down. Nigerian leaders have not been telling their citizens the truth that they need to know. Remember when they target, I remember this, is it a man or somebody, Hiroshi, the son of late Hiroshi. He said something. He said that when his father was dying, living, he told him not to retaliate. That they call it Igbo coup, that it was not an Igbo coup, this is Nigerian coup. That was the coup, the first coup that took place in 1966, which the Nigerians, so-called, this set of people call it Igbo coup because Igbos were involved. And after that, all the coup that have been going on when Igbos are not involved, which coup is that? Even to the very one that they are just talking about now, currently now, whose coup is it? Are they going to target? Because Igbo man is not involved. The hatred there is what they are playing, the game of the hatred they have against the Igbos. You understand? And they don't want to tell you the truth, because the truth, that's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say he will use the truth to destroy Nigeria. And that truth is what he has stand upon, and you are seeing it today. So Nigeria have been working, tirelessly to make sure that they tame the Igbos, destroy Igbos, and to eliminate Igbos and occupy. But it's not going to work. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an IPOB. Imagine, okay, take a look now. They say IPOB are terrorists, including me. Abi, we all are IPOB and we all are terrorists. Then Donald Trump said that is coming to deal with us. We now tell him to come. Me that is a terrorist telling Donald Trump to come. You call me a terrorist, and I said Donald Trump, oh yeah, come. Then you that is not a terrorist, you are running away. You are protesting. You should not come. Are you not saying lies there? That means I am not what Nigeria painted me, what they called me. So that is exactly what is playing in case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have been lying against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu all this while. And many of them, all these Indofe Manu and Co, they are fond of doing that. They are good at it, but God will turn it down. I think either Thursday or Friday this week, all of us will see the drama. Let me see the constitution or the ground that Omotosho will stand and make that pronouncement.
Okay, now since that you are saying all this, like, you know the judge, Maxwell, came out.
The lawyer, the legal team.
Yes, he said that they have been saying that they should concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health. They said check his body, tell us what the problem is. They did not do that. Rather, they brought out fake results.
Okay, yeah, they sued them. They sued 10 doctors. Yes, no. The issue is a lie. One thing is this: Kanu have filed a case and he sued those 10 lawyers. As I say, 10 lawyers, 10 doctors, 10 fake doctors, 10 paid doctors. Those doctors that have never visited Kanu for one day. Those doctors that have never tested Kanu for one day. Those doctors that have never for one seen Kanu one-on-one. The Nigerian government went to them because they are medical doctor and they lied to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and they collide with them, pay them money, and they went at the back to forge a result of his health which they have never tested. So you see, that's why Maxwell Okpara and Aloy Ejimako, they filed against them and documented everything, and that was what they used against them in the court which they filed the case. Are you hearing me? So they filed the case of 550 million against those 10 lawyers, which at the end of the day, and it's quite different from what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing. That one is another case, which those doctors and those hospitals need to be closed, and those doctors need to go jail.